What's up, everyone? It's James from the McMillans, and I'm just making this live stream because I'm like really bored. It's approximately maybe about 7:30 in the morning here, and something really funny happened this morning. So I was just laying here. I think I was watching Cinema Sins. Michael, I hear Michael's phone ringing in my sleep, and I don't know if it was like a dream. Suddenly, Michael comes out of his room, holding his phone, saying, "Someone's calling me on Hangouts." I'm like, "Who'll be calling you on Hangouts like 5:30 in the morning?" He says, "Who is Summer Alice?" And I'm like, "Oh shoot!" I had to unlink my account from his account. So yeah, so yeah, that was interesting. So yeah, they didn't wake him up. They didn't really wake me up. But I had like this weird dream that I like dropped my phone and it broke. That's like a nightmare for like a millennial. Um, but yeah, I actually slept pretty good. I think the alcohol uh like helped me sleep because I like stayed asleep from like I don't know what it was, but yeah. But it was really nice of them to check on me. At least I think that's what they were doing. At least I hope that's what they were doing. Um, yesterday was just hard, and you know, I don't really know what else to say. I know that this live stream won't get any viewers. I mean, I could stay on until like someone comes on, but that'd be like way too much time. Um, I'm just really boring, and so yeah. I think I'm gonna cut it off here. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications so you don't miss another video. Subscribe to Summer and Alice BFFs because I think they changed the name back. I don't know what they changed it to. Hold on. It's like something on the side of my mouth. I'm gonna get it. That's disgusting. I don't know what that like disorder is. But anyway, as I was saying, make sure that you subscribe to what it I have this problem every morning, so yeah. Uh, bugs me. Anyway, make sure that you subscribe to Alice and Summer uh, BFFs, uh, Hollywood 101 Gaming, because coming in a few weeks, he's gonna be having new content about Red Dead Redemption 2, so I can't wait to watch that. Um, and don't get me wrong, I'm gonna have content about Red Dead Redemption 2 too. Red Dead Redemption 2 dot 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 2. Yeah. And Isabel McCaffrey. And what? Circling back to Alex and Summer BFFs, they are having a giveaway for their I think the 100th subscriber, which kind of depresses me because I'm only at like 57, and last time I checked, they were at 57 too. So it's like, hey, we're equal, but yeah, we're not enemies. We're not competing for subscribers because that's really sad because we all know who would win. They would. Like I said yesterday, I think the majority of their subscribers are like pervs, which is really bad. Um, but yeah, do I think uh, expectations like wanting 100 subscribers is is one thing, but actually getting those 100 subscribers and getting them to stay at 100 is really, really hard work because it's like you have to, then you, if you get like even to 80 subscribers, you really have to listen to your audience. You really have to listen to your audience because if you don't give them what they want, um, if you don't give them what they want, they will ditch you. And a bunch of those people want some really cruel stuff, and as long as I'm around, I won't let that happen. Another thing is, I mentioned another channel a few days ago called Gymnastics Girl, and yeah, so I went to comment on a video, and I don't know why, but it would not let me comment, which made me think like, did they block me from commenting? Like, they don't even know me. I was just being nice. And they blocked me from commenting. That's ridiculous. Oh. But I don't know if they blocked me or not. I'm gonna try talking to uh her today through a live stream if I can. But yeah. You guys know that I'm like a really like good person. Like I'm not a very I'm not a pervert. No, because those people are just sick. And what is up with like on the past few um like live streams that I watched, people are obsessed with feet, feet, freaking that's disgusting, and freaking like titty twisters. What do you think this is? The 90s? What the heck? People are sick. And on that note, I know I went extent beyond what I was, beyond what I can't talk because like early in the morning. I know I went beyond like my stopping point, but it's like I had to get that stuff out about like people are really sick and you need to be careful. So on that note, I'm gonna say bye guys, peace out. I will see you guys later. Bum 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 bum. New info files.
So yesterday, the launch trailer Redemption 2 premiered, our final trailer before release. While the footage was short, there was some I want to discuss today that you may have missed, but also we're going to go over some of the latest news and a whole lot more. Red Dead Redemption 2 releases in just about one more week. Next Friday, we'll actually be experiencing this game, so make sure you are subscribed. Got a lot of RDR2 after release, including a walkthrough series. Also, make sure to get geared up for this upcoming Western by getting the popular Red Moon or Wanted shirt designs. If you're interested in getting these Red Dead themed t-shirts or any of the other designs, there will be a link in the description. So as most of you already know, if you pre-ordered Red Dead Redemption 2 digitally on the Xbox One or PlayStation 4, you can now preload the game worldwide. The game is pretty big in size. It's just around 100 gigabytes for the Xbox One and PlayStation 4, so I highly recommend downloading now so you don't have to wait on the 26th. Now, for those who pre-ordered physical copies, many retailers like Best Buy and GameStop are releasing the game a few hours earlier, but it should be noted each store location may be doing things differently, so make sure to call and check ahead of time. Also, it looks like early copies are now starting to pop up, and it looks like these early copies are not coming from reviewers, but retailers. Twitter user PressStartKofi confirming that he indeed has received a copy of the game, and showed that the PlayStation 4 standard version indeed comes with a disc to install the game and another to actually play it. He also would not be leaking anything, but did note that the game comes with a physical version of the in-game world map, like many of Rockstar Games' previous titles. From what I've heard and what's been reported, Rockstar has been very careful with who gets copies of the game early. Many independent shops are not even getting the game until November, something that game rental service GameFly confirmed themselves. But also, many of the bigger retailers like Walmart, Best Buy, and GameStop are not supposed to be receiving copies of the game until the 25th. Not sure how this Twitter user actually got access to the game early, but at the very least, be very cautious, because if he has others, probably will lead to spoilers emerging in the coming days. Also, I do want to mention that Rockstar support page lists an installation size for Red Dead Redemption 2 bigger for both the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One versions. I expect that Red Dead Online, when it comes to November, may arrive with a big update that we need to download. It's already been confirmed by Rockstar all you need is a disc to play the single player portion of the game, but obviously fix bugs, and for the Red Dead Online experience, more storage will be needed, which will be well over 100 gigabytes. PlayStation also recently revealed a little bit more about their early PlayStation 4 content deal with Red Dead Online, showing in a new advertisement that plays before the launch trailer that PS4 players will receive select online weapons, items, and modes 30 days early on PS4. Again, none of this is exclusive, just coming first to PS4. Now, some other news is that the Steelbook for Red Dead Redemption 2 has leaked. I will say the inside, which has Arthur on one side and Dutch on the other, is very interesting. You can also clearly see it's made for 2 discs, and I'm actually going to blur some of it as I consider it as a potential spoiler. But I will say that I cannot wait to get my hands on the physical version of the game, as I did pre-order the Ultimate Edition that includes the Steelbook. But next, I finally want to move to the launch trailer and go over some of the things that you may have missed. So first, during the bank heist in the city of Saint Denis, we can actually see a tram car in the background going by, which, if you don't already know, this is one of the ways that we can traverse the city. We also showed the camping from a heist on a rooftop of some buildings in Saint Denis, and in the background you'll notice a church, which is the same one that appeared in the second gameplay video. Now, as I originally expected, there would probably be some reused scenes shown in the launch trailer, and we kind of got that. We had 2 scenes that we had already seen before, but interestingly, there were some noticeable differences, like the scene where Edgar Ross and his boss is threatening the gang. We've seen that scene before, but Arthur Morgan was wearing different clothes, and the time of day was different. But in the other scene, we had Arthur and Dutch talking, and we had previously seen this scene in the third trailer, which Dutch actually didn't have a hat on. But yeah, just a very neat detail. Star Games capturing each scene with the moment and the actual time of day. Next, we actually got to hear our first dialogue coming from John Marston, and yes, voiced clearly by Rob Wiedoff.
What about loyalty? What about loyalty?
Something I found interesting was the amount of explosions in this launch trailer was shown. Like, when it looks like the gang is making their escape from the city of Saint Denis on a bridge, 2 wagons blow up right in front of our stagecoach, and you can see all the debris flying around. Obviously, there isn't a full destruction feature, with every building being able to be blown up Battlefield style, but it seems like many small sides of banks and trains can be destroyed. Now, the last thing I do want to make a mention of is the end of the launch trailer, which appears to show Arthur Morgan, Sadie Adler, Charles Smith, and 4 unknown Native American characters using bow and arrows, riding on horseback, and fighting together. Within some of the recent previews and interviews, it has been mentioned that natives will have a role within the story. Graham Greene, notable for his role in Dances with Wolves, is actually appearing as a chief of a tribe who is having to deal with the United States government coming down hard on his people. So I wonder if maybe Charles Smith has a connection to Green's tribe, and maybe Arthur and Sadie are helping them fight back against the government in this scene. But to the last part of this video, Games Radar recently interviewed Phil Hooker, director of technology at Rockstar North. Phil discussed a lot of details involving the wildlife, and I wanted to highlight and discuss some of the things that he said in this interview. So first, Games Radar would ask, what's the biggest challenge in balancing an ecosystem of 200 species? And Phil's we're trying to populate the world in a way that feels most natural. Each species is hand-placed to make sure that every region feels distinct, with a diverse population of animals native to those habitats, distributed in their respective social groupings, and with varying levels of activity based on the time of day. Some animals move as herds between locations at various times, and some of the herds have a finite number of animals so that as you kill them over time, you can remove that particular herd or simply reduce the numbers when you come back next time. It's an enormous world, and we carefully go through each area to figure out what works best in each location, what the appropriate threats are in that area, and to make those particularly out of place. While we are working on placement, we are also looking at the ways certain species can interact with each other in the world. Some animals can coexist, but some of the animals are obviously aggressive to one another. On top of that, there's an ecosystem surrounding scavenging and how that applies to dead animals. For example, bait isn't the only way to attract another animal. If you kill a rabbit, the rabbit's corpse will attract other animals to it, so you can essentially use an animal you've killed as bait. Yeah, personally, with a Western game like Red Dead, I feel the environment and what's going on around you is one of the most important aspects of the experience. From everything that we've seen and heard, it looks like Rockstar knew the importance of wildlife too, and with a working ecosystem in place, I believe we'll have a lot of unique interactions with both predators and prey. Next, Games Radar would ask, which creatures do you think people should be wary of in the world? Phil's response would be, it would be hard to pick one. They are all uniquely challenging. Cougars are pretty terrifying as they're fast and can easily catch you when you least expect it. Bears will let you know when they are coming, but are tough to kill if you let them get close. Gators can be a menace for the players because they're hard, a lot of them, by nature, and can be found lurking in the bayou shallows or hiding in reeds. But you'll usually only hear them hiss or feel the controller rumble as a warning that they're readying an attack. Wolves hunt in packs and have numbers on their side, and we actually saw that in the gameplay video parts 2, where we saw a bunch of wolves surrounding a bear. But continuing, so it's about keeping on top of them. Once they've got the upper hand, they'll juggle you. The pack will play with you almost like cats do with their prey. Each of these apex predators has completely unique behaviors based on real animal behavior, from the patterns of their daily lives to the ways they stalk, attack, and kill their prey. Each one is spectacularly dangerous in their own unique way, and the players should observe them carefully if they want to survive an encounter. From my own experience in Red Dead Redemption, cougars and bears were the biggest challenge, especially when you get attacked out of the middle of nowhere, but I certainly think gators are going to be the most interesting new challenge, as it seems the Bayou region as a whole is dangerous, and as noted in a recent preview, if you take one gator out, they're around you and they're ready to strike. Now, with bears, it seems that we can survive maulings. In Red Dead Redemption, there really wasn't much to a bear attack, so I do wonder if bear attacks result in a Revenant-style scene in Red Dead Redemption 2, but very interesting. Now, some of the other details that were confirmed in this article is that with new technology, Rockstar has been able to incorporate a lot of animals' daily lives with natural-looking behaviors, like hunting, eating, drinking, migrating, socializing, and sleeping. Every species of animal and bird will have unique reactions and behaviors. Rockstar noted that they wanted to make the animals as realistic as possible. And lastly, Rockstar also detailed what happens if you go on a rampage against wildlife. Specifically, they said, if you decide that you want to massacre some wildlife, then the world will react appropriately. A few shots will clear some wildlife from the immediate vicinity, but sustained shooting from a gunfight or murderous rampage will clear most animals from the general area, and it will take some time before life begins to return to normal. But yeah, the 26th is quickly approaching. It still appears Rockstar Games has a few more things to reveal before release, but definitely be cautious of spoilers, as it certainly seems people are playing the game right now. Anyway, gang, thank you for watching. Let me know down in the comment section below your thoughts on the various topics that we discussed today, but a big shout out to some of the newest channel members: Devin Shell, Walter Howell, Hans Ormbostad, John Traver, and Alex or. Big thank you guys for directly supporting the channel, and you can become a channel member by clicking the join button below. But also make sure to